Okay, so here this is the introduction related to the copyright. So we can get the exclusive rights and use of the use for distribution of that particular contents. Again, the Copyright Act is introduced in the 1957 and which is governed by all the Copyright Office. Again, these are the particular contents which are protected under the copyright. So literally, which includes book, articles, computer programs. Again, artistic, which includes the painting, drawing, or photographs. Again, it includes the musical. So musical contains the different compositions related to music, different songs related to music, or different original musical creations. So different lyrics, then harmony, then melody. So all these particular things that are covered under the copyright. Again, different dramatic work, which includes the different plays or scripts or whatever the creations that are in the form of theaters and so on. So all these particular things which can be covered under this particular copyright. So whenever we are just filing any particular copyright, then which rights we get? So we can get the exclusive rights for the particular work. With these particular rights, we can reproduce or make the different copies related to that, use it in the form of print or record. Again, we can able to distribute in the public domain for the sale or for the rent or for the lease or lending. So all these particular things we can able to do with the copyright. Again, we can perform the work or we can just display the particular content through our website. So whatever the creatives which can be just created under the copyright or file under the copyright, that can be just display in our own website or create derivative work. So whatever the original copyrights are there, we can just create the different new things from that particular original. Okay, so in case of music, we can create the new music or remix of that particular music through just granting that particular copyright contents. Okay, so nowadays what happened, many songs are remixed in the new format. So what they are doing, they are just taking the copyright from the owner of that particular song and they are just remix that particular content and they can just the release as a new song. Okay, so many films they have the different remix songs, so they are just doing the this particular procedure to follow. So this particular copyright registration is important for the legal evidence, for the public ownership, or for the enforcement of the rights. So all these particular things which can be just able to help for with the help of this particular copyright registration. So what are the steps which are included in the copyright registration? So first step, that is filing the application for the copyright. Then after filing the application, we can just do the payment. And after doing the payment, we can able to upload our work. So which we want to file for our work. And after that, the patent office or copyright office, they just examine that particular application. And if it is original, then they can just publish in the copyright gazette. And after few days, it can just issue the registration certificate. So this particular registration certificate includes the ROC, that is registration of copyright. So this particular ROC number is important. So this particular number uniquely identify our copyright contents. So this is the particular flow chart for the filing any particular copyright. So whenever we want to file the particular copyright, then this is the particular flow chart which is applicable. So first step, that is, we can just file the particular application along with the fee. Then after filing the application, they are just issue a diary number. So diary number is a number which is used temporary for tracking our application. So this diary number is up to your ROC generation of the ROC number. So diary number is valid to up to your copyright is not registered. So once copyright is registered, then diary number is replaced by the ROC number. So after generating the diary number, there is a 30-day mandatory waiting period. So what is the use of this particular waiting period? So once we file any particular copyright application, there is a 30 days waiting period. That is total 1 month waiting period is included for that particular copyright application. So what is the use of that? It is used to take the objections on that particular copyright contents. So if anybody else already published that particular work as a copyright, then he can take the objections with the list which is displayed on the website. So once you file the application, it is displayed on the website under the waiting list category. Once anybody take the objection, then it can be just send the letter to the both parties, then get the reply from the both parties, then hearing in front of the registrars, and then he can just decide whether the application is accepted or not. If it is accepted, or if no objection is filed related to that particular 13 days period, then it goes to the scrutiny. So different examiners are assigned by the particular copyright office. So he or she can scrutinize that particular application, check whether the work is innovative or not, and based on that, they can accept the particular application. So if there is any discrepancy within that, they can just issue the discrepancy letter to the particular applicant. So please mute your mic. Okay, so after issuing the discrepancy letter, they can just allow the reply from the applicant, and again the hearing can be in front of the registrar, and if it is no discrepancy, then direct your registration is approved by the particular registrar, and they can just issue the ROC number to the particular copyright author who files the particular copyright. And if it is rejected, then again send the letter of rejection to the applicant. So this is the standard flow for filing the particular application for the copyright. So here, first of all, whenever we want to just file the new application, suppose I want to just file the particular copyright for my diagram. So in the research work, I am having the block diagram. So for that particular diagram, I want to just file the copyright. So my first step, that is, I have to just apply with the help of form number. So this particular form is used for just filing the particular application. So after that, we have to just make the different applications for separate work. So if you want to just file the copyright for 3 different diagrams, then you can just separate the particular work for separate diagram, and you can just file the 3 different applications for 3 different copyrights. Again, each application is having the fee. So depending on the category, depending on the work which you want to copyright, the fees are differ. Again, this particular copyright is signed by the applicant, or if there are the different agencies, then you can just have the power of attorney, which can be just given to that particular agency so that they can able to file the copyright with your permission. Again, we can just pay the fee either through the online gateway. So previously, we can just send the demand draft, or we can just send the postal order. But nowadays, they have given the gateway for e-payment, so you can easily pay the fees. And nowadays, no need to send the particular hard copy to the copyright office. So they can just accept it each and everything in the online mode itself. So no need to just do the any hard copy related to that particular contents. So what is the standard time for filing a single copyright? So once you file the application, it will just that particular author receives the diary number. Then 30 days mandatory waiting period. So this particular waiting period is for objection that can be just taken by the others on that particular file copyright. And if no objection is found or filed, then they can just allocate the reviewer or examiner to examine that particular work. If any discrepancy is found, so for example, one of my student having the discrepancy that she can just write the address of the institute, but whenever she can just write the address of the institute, the copyright office requires the NOC from the institute. Okay, so that particular discrepancy we can able to resolve within the 45 days. So 45 days time that can be just given to that particular applicant so that he can just dissolve that particular discrepancy. And after that, 2 to 3 months time is required to file the particular copyright registration. So overall 2 to 3 months are required to file any particular work. So if your work is novel, then it takes 1.5 months. If your work is more in the area which is more saturated, then in that case they can just again send to the another reviewer for the review, and again they can just grant that particular thing. So in this particular process, maximum 2 to 3 months time is required. Then these are the particular status of the copyright applications. So whenever we file any particular application, so in our login, these are the particular status which can be just displayed. So first status, that is work awaited. So if you are just filing the application, but you are not uploading the particular work which you want to file as a copyright, then this particular status is displayed. Then waiting means whenever we are having the mandatory 30 days period, then it will just show the status as waiting. Then third one, that is document not received, formality check failed. That is whenever your document or your payment is not received, then it will just display the status as document not received or formality check failed. Suppose if any discrepancy is occurred and that particular discrepancy is not resolved by the particular applicant, then the status gets changed as abundant. That is, they are just discard the application and they are just abandoning the particular process for filing the particular application. Then whenever the particular application of the copyright is sent to the examiner for the scrutiny, then the status is scrutiny. Whenever your work is in the saturated field, then in that case, the copyright office again send the particular work to review to the another examiner. So in that particular case, the status is re-scrutiny. Okay. Then suppose any legal matters are there. So if anybody just take the objection on your work, so in that case, the hearing process is start. So the status gets changed as a pending for hearing. So whenever hearing process is going on, so in that particular case, the status is hearing. Suppose that particular hearing process also not resolve the particular content. So in that particular case, the matter goes to the court. Okay. So in that particular case, if matter goes to the court, then in that particular case, the status is sub judice. And when the ROC is generated, the status is get changed as registered. Okay. So inside your account, it will just show each and every status in your account. So whenever you file any particular application, then the status gets changed from one by one. Okay. So in suppose if anybody is not file any objection, then your status is work awaited, waiting, scrutiny, and register. So these are the particular 4 status in the normal case, and based on the different cases, the status gets changed one by one. Okay. Then this is the particular website where we have to file our copyrights. So https://copyright.gov.in. So if you visit this particular website, it will just open the home page where you can able to find the different applications, different menus, different list of the applications which are in waiting stage, which are approved, which are published, and so on. So all these particular contents that are included on that particular website. So you have to just create the user, your own user on that particular website, and you can just able to file the new application and just test that particular application throughout your process. So these are the particular different fees for the different categories of the copyright. So normally whenever we want to just file the research work, so in that particular research work, we require to file under the literally dramatic, musical or artistic work. So for that, we require the 500 rupees per copyright. So we get the 500 rupees. We have to spend the 500 rupees per copyright so that we can able to file the particular content. So for example, suppose if you want to just take the broadcast channels, then fees is 40,000. 40,000. If you want to just copyright the film, then fees is 15,000. If you want to copyright one particular song recording, then fee is 10,000. So depending on the category, the fee get changed. So our interest in this particular category, that is literally dramatic, music or artistic work. So its fee is 500 per work. So once we file the particular copyright, then for what duration we can able to hold the rights for the particular copyright. So this particular again duration just varies depending on the type of work. But in our research case, our work or our copyright is valid for our lifespan plus 16 years. Okay, so whatever the author's lifetime plus additional 60 years. So this is the particular period for which our contents are valid to our copyright. So whatever our lifetime of our own plus 16 years additional, that can be just span for the particular copyright protection. So for that much years, our copyright rights are with us. Then if anybody just break the particular copyright laws, then they can just file the legal remedies related to the jail or fine or heavy fine, or they are just facing the court cases and so on. In case of the different categories, there can be a relaxation in the use of the particular copyright. So there is a the copyright law allows limited use of the copyright material without permission for the purpose of criticism or commentary or news reporting, or in case of the teaching, or in case of the research, or in case of the mimicry. So we can just use refer that particular content, but we are not reuse that particular content in our own work. We simply read that particular content, understand that particular content. We can just make the comment on that, but we are not use that particular content. So this is called a limited use of that particular content. So for example, I will just tell the simple example. Whenever any particular author writes the particular paper, so at the end of the publication, the particular authority takes the copyright. So what that particular copyright includes? The copyright includes the reading the particular work on their own domain. So either in the paid form or in the open form. So in that particular case, any other author can read that particular content, can reference that particular content, but they are not copy paste that particular content as it is. So these are the particular fair use of that particular copyright laws. Again, in case of the specific circumstances, for example, in education or research or in the public interest purpose, the copyright protection is not valid. Okay. So there are few exceptions. So in that particular case, anybody can use that particular copyright for specific time limit. So this is the particular introduction related to the copyright. So in case of the research work, so whenever we are having the research scholar, or we are having the PG student or UG student. So in that particular case, what type of work we can able to copyright? The first one, that is literary work. So it includes the research papers. So whenever we are just publishing any particular research paper, at the end of the particular publication, after camera ready copy, they are just taking the copyright of one particular author. So what is its use? They are just allowing that particular work of that particular copyright or author to the particular publisher company who publish that particular contents. Okay. So for example, suppose I am just want to publish the particular paper in Springer. Then they are just taking the copyright that the author is sole of that particular work, and he can just transfer the copyrights to the Spring. So these are the particular contents. Whenever you are just publishing the that particular papers, in that particular case, you can read the particular contents related to that particular copyright carefully. Or you can just copyright the articles, reports, essays, or any written material which can be just protected under the copyright. So it may be the written expression in the form of ideas, or different innovative theories, or different findings, or different analysis you have made. So for all these particular things, you can able to file the copyright. Then in case of artistic work, suppose I'm drawing the different graphs or bar charts or different diagrams. So for example, system architecture or UML diagrams. So in that particular case, I can just file the copyright under the artistic work. Or suppose I am just taking the different photos, I can just collage that particular photos in the different innovative format, or different visual representations also can be filed as a copyright. Suppose one particular person is working in the musical field. So whatever his original compositions, whatever the melodies, or whatever the musical arrangements, as a part of his research project, he can just file as a copyright. Or in case of the dramatic work, we can just have the scripts. So whenever we want to just play, do the dramas, they are having the scripts. So that particular scripts also can be copyright, so that nobody else can use that particular contents and they can just form their own dramas. Okay. So scripts, plays, presentations, again multimedia productions. So suppose one particular person made the animation related to their research work. So he or she can file the particular copyright for that particular animation also. Or suppose anybody just find the one particular dialogue or storyline. So in that particular case, those words can be also filed as a copyright. Again, suppose anybody just evolve the new software or new algorithm from the other old one, which can just improve the efficiency. Or suppose anybody just file the particular code. Or suppose anybody just design the simulations based on the particular computer programs. So all this particular work that can be again filed as a copyright. Again, different video recording, documentaries, presentations. So many of us, we are just doing the presentations for conducting the lectures by our own. So in that particular case, that particular presentations can be also filed as a copyright. Or in our research work, suppose we are just doing the presentations related to our work. So that particular presentations, again, we can able to file as a copyright. Or while making the experiment, we are just recording the screens. We are just making the videos. So again, that particular work, again, we can make as a copyright. Again, different collection of the data. For example, suppose anybody working in the social media, they are just collecting the data from the different people for their analysis. So that particular data sets again file under the copyright. Different references we can able to just copyright, or different repositories again we can able to just file under the copyright section. Okay, so the Springer or elsewhere, what they are doing, they are just registering the societies. So societies are able to itself able to just get the rights from the others to just use that particular contents. So whenever we are just filing the copyright, there are the two categories of the user. One is the individual user and one is the society. So society means the organization who is responsible to just distribute the content which is taken by the others. So in that particular case, they can again file the particular society. For us, for single user, we can just register as an individual. So this much contents we can able to file as a copyright inside our research work. Okay, so my advice to the particular researchers or research scholars or students, that you can able to just copyright your proposed system diagrams, your algorithms, your different charts, your PPTs, your video creations related to the your project, and so on. So all these particular things you can able to copyright and you can just take the access for your own contents. So whichever your own contributions, you can just make it your with the legal. Okay, so with the copyright. So which are the do's and don'ts while filing the copyright? So this is the very important. So first, use the personal home address while filing the copyright application. So as I mentioned, one of my student mentioned the institute address. So in that particular case, the NOC is required from the institute. So institute may give the NOC or may not. So in that particular case, we are just stuck with our work. So while filing the copyright application, we have to mention our personal home address. Then whenever we are just designing the copyright, so in that particular case, top left corner and bottom left corner just make as empty, because in the top left corner they are just having the seal of the copyright content, and at the bottom left corner they are having the barcode related to that particular copyright, which identifies the unique contents and users information in that particular corner. So in that particular case, you can just keep the space, else it will just display on above your work. So you can just keep the empty spaces so that they can automatically put that particular contents over that. Again, do not use the flowcharts in the copyright. So flowcharts generally they are just rejected the copyright contents, because one of my student just doing the flowchart in their particular copyright, that particular copyright get rejected. So she must again file the copyright with a copyright application with the modification in that particular content. Okay. Again, you can just design one particular unique title while filing the copyright. So that particular title reflects your work, and that particular title we have to give, and which is displayed on the particular website of the copyright. Again, while filing the copyright, you have to just prerequisite that you have to just prepare one particular word file which contains the 2 to 3 line description about your work which you want to copyright. Then whichever the author names, then you can just take the .jpg file for the author's signature which you want to upload inside the particular copyright application. Then the address, that is our home address, which we require frequently. So we just type that particular content inside the word file. So we have to just simply copy paste the particular content while filing the application. So whenever you are having the different authors, so for example, suppose if you are working on our research work, so in that particular case, authors are the particular research scholar and the particular supervisor. So in that particular case, to mention the author names, first write the first author name, put the and, then write the author 2, then put the and author 3, and so on. The and indicates that there is an equal contribution of each and every author in that particular work. So while mentioning the author name, you have to take care that you have to just mention the author names with and. And whenever your work having the multiple pages, then include the page numbers in that particular. So 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10. So such numbering system you can able to just write while filing the copyright. So these are the particular do's and don'ts for filing the copyright application. So I will just show different samples which I have registered either by own or by my student. So this is the particular sample which I have filed. So related to the different tribal products in the India. So I have just draw that particular Indian map through the tensile. Okay, so whatever the maps which are available on the net, I have not used that particular maps. I have drawn my own. So they have just sanctioned this particular copyright. So this is first where you can just represent your contents in the innovative fashion. Again, you can write the description or do not write the description, no problem. So I have told that whatever the left top and bottom type top, you have to just keep as empty, because I am not keeping that particular contents as empty. That's why it is display over my text. Okay. So my advice is just keep this particular area as empty, so that uh, in the bottom part, they are just displaying the QR code. So whenever you can just scan the QR code, it will automatically redirect the particular page where the particular copyright is available. And the copyright number and date, that can be just display over here. Okay, so the seal of the copyright office. So it will first line contains the copyright office, New Delhi, and whatever the register number of the copyright and whatever the date on which the copyright is issued. So all these particular things that are included under this particular stamp. Then second copyright is related to the proposed system of my work. So I have just filed the proposed system. So you can just design the innovative systems and you can just file as a copyright. So whenever you are just writing the particular figures, then just give the figure number, whatever the small description, then whatever the unique title, that can be just again display on the copyright. Again, email ID, you can just display, and whatever the name of the author, you can just display with and. So either you can write the AND or just write the and symbol, no problem. Then this is the third copyright, again related to the different representation of the same system. So whatever the system which is displayed in this particular figure, so same system I have just converted into the layer wise system. So again, I can just file the another copyright related to that. Again, this is the my student copyright. So here she can just mention the introduction, then whatever the proposed system, advantages, then which are the attributes she can just use for the heart disease detection or prediction of the heart disease, and the algorithms used inside that particular copyright. Again, you can just draw the different UML diagrams. So it may be the activity diagram, it may be the class diagram, it may be the data flow diagram, it may be the use case diagram. So you can just draw that particular diagrams, just write the 1 to 2 line description, and you can just file the copyright. No problem. So I have just filed this particular copyrights related to the diagrams also. Okay, so once we file this such work, it will generate the registration certificate. So this is the particular proof, that is registration certificate, which is granted by the Copyright Office. Okay, so it will just mention the particular registration number, then whichever the authors, so my student name and my name, and whatever the address of my student. So one address you can just write, either write your own address or your student address, it doesn't matter. Then what is the applicant interest for filing this particular work? That is author. So I will, while filing the copyright, I will just tell the difference between the author and owner. Okay, then you can just have the description, title and description of that particular description related to your work. It will just mention the short description, then whatever the title of the work, then in which language you have just filed the copyright. So if it is in English, you can write English. If it is in Kannada, you can write Kannada. If it is in Tamil, you can write Tamil. Whichever the language you have, you can just write that particular language in this particular content. So suppose you want to file the copyright for one particular poem, you can write. So whatever the poem language, you can just select that particular language while filing the copyright, and you can that particular thing or work language of that particular work that can be just displayed over there. Again, it will just have the author name and again address. So whether your work is published or unpublished. So published work is not copyrighted. Unpublished work is copyrighted. So your status is always unpublished. Then these are the different sections which we just discussed at the time of filing the copyright. And at the end, they are having the diary number which is issued initially while before getting the registration number, then date of the application and date of the receipt. Okay, so on which date the application is filed and on which date it is received. So now previously they are just sending, we are just sending the application through the post. So that's why they are having the different dates. But nowadays it is having the only one. As soon as we file the application, we just upload the work and they are just reflecting our date of the receipt. Okay. So these are the particular formats related to the copyright. Okay. So this is my number. So you already know. So this is my official ID. So you can just communicate with me whenever you stuck while filing the application. You can just communicate with me. I will just help you. No problem. So many of the contents which are taken from this particular copyright.gov.in. So all the contents are available on this particular website. So the task is just to take that particular content and we have to just file the copyright. So this is the end of the first part. That is how to file the particular copyright. Okay, so this is the introduction related to the particular copyright. So if you have any question related to this, you can just raise, else we can just move towards the second part, that is filing the live copyright on the copyright website. You can unmute yourself and you can raise the questions, no problem. Okay, one of the participants just raised the hand. So I have just allowed her to ask the question. So ma'am, you can just unmute yourself and you can raise your question.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Sir, it was a nice session. Means first part is very nice. Actually, I would like to ask you one question. Ki, in your copyright document, on the left hand side bottom corner, you have mentioned there the barcode. Now, what is the significance of that barcode?
Barcode is mentioned
Barcode
by
is there.
the barcode is just displayed by the copyright office, not mentioned by me. It
Okay.
is displayed by
It
the
was
copyright.
after the ROC. Okay.
Yes, after
Yes, yes, yes.
granting the registration number, they are just giving the particular work also. So they are just providing the two things to
Yes, sir.
you
Yes.
after registration. First thing,
Mhm.
that is they are just issuing the certificate, and second,
Certificate.
the work which is uploaded with their stamp and barcode. So that barcode uniquely identify your work. So whenever anybody scan that particular barcode, then they whatever the information related to the author who owns that particular work is displayed.
Okay, means anyone can retrieve that information from
Yeah,
that barcode.
whenever anybody want to use that particular content, they can simply scan the particular barcode and they can just communicate with that particular author.
Sir, and is it possible to do the copyright on only one single document? Means you have shown only one page information. So means will
Yes,
they select that
yes.
for
You
copyright?
can just file for any content. So it doesn't matter that the
Okay.
contents are one page, two page, three page, up to 10 page. You can just file the not 10 page, up to 10 MB. So whatever the
10
PDF
MB.
size, whatever the
Uh,
PDF size up to 10 MB, it can allow
uh,
to copyright.
Okay. Means we can also do the copyright for our algorithm and all. I have done one copyright for my algorithm or for my research work. Uh,
Yes, you can write the pseudo code. You can just file the
yes, sir.
particular copyright for that. If you are
Uh,
just represent the particular content in the innovative manner, that is creative manner. So again, you can just
hmm,
file that particular content, your results, whatever
hmm.
the your graphs related to your results. If you are just creating the particular contents in the innovative fashion, you can just file that particular content as a copyright, so that nobody else can copy that particular content and they can use
Yes.
as their
Hmm,
own
hmm.
research work.
Sir, in copyright material, can we use any diagram from internet, or we have to redraw it?
No, you have to redraw it. So
Oh,
many
okay.
times the different symbols which are available in the word, so you can use that particular symbols from the word in our copyright. But whenever you are just taking the content from the internet, so that particular content may be copyright.
Huh.
So we are not
Sir,
able to claim
actually,
the particular content in our copyright. So it must be avoided to just get the particular content as it is from the internet. But you can just create your own creativity or apply the own creativity and just create the design the particular contents so that you can use it as your own content.
if I want to take some satellite figure or diagram from internet, then uh, is it okay, or
No, for that
how do I
particular
draw it? Yeah, for
purpose, uh,
hmm,
in the word there are the different icons.
hmm,
So whenever you are just opening the PDF, PPT or Word, we can able
hmm.
to add the particular smart arts. So from that particular, you
Oh,
can just search for the different images related to the satellite or related to data set or related to the machine learning. So all these particular images that are available over the internet, over the Word file. So don't copy the particular uh,
okay.
files as it is from the internet. You can just search the different icons available in the Word. So nobody can just claim for that particular icons.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
I have used one
Okay.
particular icon in my one of the copyright. So I will just
Hmm,
show
hmm.
the particular icon. So these are the particular icons. So whatever the machine learning icon, whatever the
Okay.
this particular data set icon, then whatever the icon related to this particular folder. So I have just copied all the icons from the particular icon contents.
From Word. No?
Yes, from Word. So here, whenever we are having the draw, so
Hmm.
insert inside the insert, we are having the icon option.
Okay.
Okay, so in this particular here, there are n number of icons. So from here, you can use that particular icons, or you can
Okay,
just
sir.
draw with the help of this particular shapes, or you can just insert from the particular 3D models, or you can insert from the this particular smart arts. So you can just design your own representation from this particular smart art, and you can just feed
Hmm,
your own contents.
hmm, hmm.
So these are the options which are available in the PowerPoint also and in the Word also. So you can just
Yes, sir.
search for that particular icons and you can just use it in your own copyright.
Hmm. Yes. Sir, and one more thing, if I want to means do the copyright for my video, so for that I have to personal information, or directly I can upload the video.
I'm not able to listen your middle word.
Sir, as you told na ki we can also copyright our video. So if I
Yes.
want to copyright the video, then for that I have to means add some additional information along with the video, or I can directly upload the video for copyright.
No, you can just display your name, then format that particular video, avoid the different musics which are uh, avoid the different musics which are we can generally inserted in the background. So you can just avoid that particular content and you can directly file the particular copyright for that video.
Can you suggest some means? Can you tell us means if I want to upload some technical video, then is it okay on some particular topic or some presentations, or
Yes,
is it okay?
it is okay, no problem. So unless
Okay.
and until that particular contents are your own, so you can read the
Yes.
particular content from the internet and you can just draft it in your own word, then you can able to file that particular content, no problem. Because it will
Okay.
just reflect your own creativity in that particular content.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Next participant, you just raise the hand. You just unmute yourself and just ask the question. Your voice is not audible.
Hello, Namaste, sir.
Yes.
Sir, can my mind map I can publish it, sir?
Repeat the question.
Sir, I have created mind map, sir. So
Okay.
for my lectures and my students are also doing. So can
Okay.
I publish take it use for a copyright purpose?
So mind map means you have created the particular contents through the mind map.
Yes, sir. Using a free make application software, and even through Google also nowadays it is providing. So I
Okay.
am giving suggesting to students to make it the e-content regarding this instead of lengthy of the notes. So we have covered only 2, 3, 4 pages. The mind map it is briefed everything, and it will good for the students and for the learning
Okay.
things are
Unless
very
the
easy.
particular contents are unique. So if you are not copy paste the particular content from others, you are just writing the particular content or designing the particular content through any software, no problem. Whenever you are just
So
doing this, you can just use your own interpretations or your own language. So in that particular case, you can able to file that particular content as a copyright, no problem.
okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. So um, Biju, one is a participant with name Biju. So I have just given the access to unmute yourself. You can just ask your query, no problem. Or if you are not audible, you can just raise the query through the chat, no problem. Okay, meanwhile, I will just answer the query in the chat. So the query is there any age limit? So there is no age limit for filing the copyright. Anybody can just file the copyright after 18. Or in case of the minor, uh, there is a some provision in the law. So that particular things that are included in the FAQ of the copyright website. So you can just search for that particular if you are in that particular category. Again, what are the exceptions to copyright in India? I mean, what are the provisions that allow certain use of the copyright material without seeking permission or paying the royalties to the copyright holder? Okay, so suppose the case is that suppose if any particular author publish his work or her work. So in that particular case, the particular Springer or elsewhere, what they are doing, they are just allowing the particular work in the open access mode. Okay, so in that particular case, anybody, any author can just read that particular content, can understand a particular content, can extract the summary from that particular content, so it is valid. So without taking, while reading the particular paper in the open access, we are not taking anybody's permission. It is directly available. What is our task? We just download that particular content and we can read that particular content. But whenever we are just copy the particular content, so in that particular case, it will just goes into the plagiarism. So plagiarism means what? Whatever the work which is already present, you can just take as it is in your work. So it will just break the particular copyright. So whatever the limited access of that particular copyright work we can have. Or suppose many of the particular mimicry actors, they are just doing the mimicry for the particular dialogues which are told by the different actors. So in that particular case, it is valid. So even though that particular contents are under the copyright, we can able to use that. Or suppose any particular song. Suppose I have just sing the song personally with my own voice. So in that particular case, that particular song, again it is displayed on the YouTube also with our own voice. So such things are valid. So this is the limited access for the copyright contents. Okay. So anybody else? Or shall we move towards the? Okay, one more question. What are the moral rights of the authors in India and how they are protected under the Indian copyright? Okay, so whenever we just file the particular copyright, then the Indian author, so they are having the rights. So I have just mentioned in my PPT, that is, they are getting the rights, exclusive rights related to the reproducing the work or related to the distributing the particular work. So in the form of sale, suppose one particular painting is made by the one particular user, and he can just file that particular copyright for that particular painting. So he has own rights to sell the particular painting or to sell the particular painting for one particular 1 year, or give the particular suppose what they generally what the particular users are doing. The users are just filing the particular domain names for the famous entity. For example, if any new company is introduced, so they require the website address. So in that particular case, what the particular web developers, many web developers are doing, they are just taking the particular domain name of the company, similar name of the company. So whenever company want to make their own website, so they require that particular domain name. So in that particular case, they are just transferring their copyrights to that particular company by taking the money. So either in the form of sale or in the form of rent. So for 10 years, I will just give the particular domain name to that particular company. Or for 1 year, I will just give the particular domain name in the lease and so on. So again, we can just display that particular content on our own website or on our own showcase. Again, we can just create the different work from the original work. Okay, so different remixes we can just see or we can listen nowadays. So what they are doing, they are just taking the copyrights of the original and they are just change the content, modify the content, add the extra part, and again they are just file the new copyright related to that particular content. Okay, one more question. Can we copyright AI generated content. So you can able to copyright the AI generated content, but nowadays the reviewers are also smart. So they understand that this particular content is AI generated. So they are just rejected, or they are just reverted the particular application back to the author to modify the particular content. So my simple advice is that you can just design your own content with your own creativity and just fine. So one more question, nowadays people depends on ChatGPT type tools to generate data. One of my simple advice that you can use the particular AI tools to just broaden the thinking of your idea. So you can just type the particular content, you can just read that particular information and just understand that particular information and write it in your own word. So taking the help of the particular AI tools, no issue. But taking the particular contents as it is from the AI tools is the issue. So in that particular case, my advice is you can just take the help, because these are the technology. So technology, whenever technology advances, it will just take the benefit of that particular technology. Because before 1 to 2 years, we don't have the such technology. But nowadays, whenever we put the query, it will give the answer up to point-wise answer. So in that particular case, you can just understand, cross-validate that particular answer is correct or not. Many times what happen, if data set is not trained properly, they give you the wrong answer. So in that case, it is the author responsibility to just validate that particular content, understand that particular content, and just format that particular content in your own word. And they can then use in your own copyright, no problem. Okay. Can one sell the copyright to another person? Yes, definitely. You can just bid for that particular copyright, and anybody is interested, you can just transfer the particular copyright from one person to another person. So there is also provision inside that particular application that from which person you are taking the copyright to which person. So there are the different sections, different options there inside the copyright application. So there you can mention the first person name who can hold the particular copyright, then just upload the NOC of that particular person. Then easily that particular copyright is transferred from one person to the another person. Okay. So is there any another question? If not, we can just move towards the our next session, that is how to exactly file the application under the copyright. Okay. So I will just share my screen again for the browser. So I will just increase the font for my browser. Okay. So what are the prerequisites while filing the particular application? Okay. So first of all, whenever I want to just file my application, then first of all, I have to just create my sign. Okay, so just make the sign on the paper, scan it, and just make the JPG file. Okay, so I have just created the sign and just stored as a JPG. Then I have to just create the Word file. Okay, so in that particular file, I have just written the description related to my work. Then whatever the title related to my work, then whatever the address and whatever the author name on which we can just file the copyright. Okay, and I want to just make the PDF of that particular copyright content. Okay, so this is the particular PDF which I want to just file as a copyright. Okay, so this particular work includes the different diagrams, UML diagrams related to my work. So I have just created that particular diagrams and I want to just file that particular work as a copyright. Okay, so I have just created that particular work in the Word file. Okay, so I have just make the PDF. You can also use the PPT and you can just create the PDF, no problem. Okay, so you can either use the Word file or PPT to just create the particular content. Okay, so this particular three things I required before filing the copyright application. So first, that is sign. Second, the particular PDF of that particular work. So if you want to just file the video, you can just have the video. If you want to file the audio, you can just have the audio content and so on. And whatever the Word file which contains the title, description, then address and the author name. Okay, so here I have just mentioned the two author names. One is mine, one is another author. So in between that, I have just put the and because it will just indicate that the contribution is equal for each and every author. So let's start with this particular process. So first of all, we have to just search for the copyright website. So copyright, if you search for as a copyright office, it will just give the website copyright.gov.in. Okay, so this is the particular website where you can just have the different services. So all the home, about us, then policy and programs, achievements, news update, RTIs. So all these particular contents are there. Then here, these are the particular contents. So e-filing application, again, e-filing application for copyright society. Then status of application, received application, work awaited application. So whenever you are just filing the application, it will go under the work awaited application. So whenever you upload the work, it will just go to the waiting application. Okay, so work awaited application for hearings, details of processing fees, checklist, workflows, and so on. So whatever the frequently asked questions, they are having this much. So you can just, if you have any query, you can go through that particular questions also, no problem. Then whenever any particular contents are available, then here there are the public notices. So whatever the notices related to any dispute, that can be just display. Again, e-register. So year wise from 2017, all the data is available. So whenever we click on the 2024, then whatever the list of the particular copyrights which are issued in the January 24, then February 24, March 24. So all this particular data is which is available over here. So it will just give the diary number, ROC number, date, title of work, category, and applicant name. Okay, so all these particular things that are again created under this particular copyright. Okay, so a number of applications that are daily updated over here. Again, new applications, fresh applications, monthly applications, waiting applications for application. So whenever you just file the application in the waiting period, your application is seen under this particular waiting application for objection. So if you found that your work is get copied and it is fine, then it will just display the diary number, date, then title and applicant name. So all these particular details. So you can raise the particular objections on that particular application. Then whenever anybody raise the objections, then it will just having the objected category. Okay, so these are the particular objections. So this is the title, this is the objection date, and this is the particular document. Okay, so all these particular things that are included under this particular website. Okay, so our interest is to file the copyright. So here you have to just go to the registration of the copyright. Okay, so just click on that particular registration of the copyright. Here, if you are using this particular site first time, you have to go to the new registration option. Okay, so this is the particular option where you can apply for the new registration. Okay, so it might be visible over here. Again, increase the font. Okay, so you might observe that click here for new user registration. So whenever you click new registration, then this is the sign up form. Okay, so it will just select the title, that is Mr., Miss or Mrs. Then whatever the name of the copyright. So here write full name. That is your first name. Then surname you can write. If you want to write the middle name also, you can inside the name itself, you can write full name, your name along with the middle name. Then you can write the home address over here. Remember, while filing the copyright, if the particular institute is not a author of that particular copyright, then you have to use the home address itself. Then you have to just mention the country, then state, then district in which you are just living, then nationality is again Indian, pin code, email ID of the particular user, and mobile number of the user. Okay, then in case of the forgot password, it just asks for the one particular question answer. So you, in that particular case, you can just choose the favorite hero or number of childs, the childrens you have, or spouse name, that is your wife name, or where did you meet your spouse. Okay, so these are the 4 questions. You can just either select one and you can just write it. Okay, then again you here you can just choose the user type. So generally whenever you are having the individual user, you can just use the general user. Okay, and if you are having the society, for example Springer or elsewhere, so in that particular case you can just register, you want to register the society, in that particular case you can use the society user. So generally we just use the general user. Then choose the unique ID, user ID. So you can just choose your own ID over here, give the password, confirm the password. So while giving the password, it will password must be 8 to 20 characters. So minimum 8 character password is there, which contains the small letter, capital letter, special character, and numeric character. So password must contain these particular unique combinations along with minimum 8 character. And you can just give the captcha so that, and just click on the submit button, so that it will just submit the particular users. Okay, so here this is the first part where you can create your own user. So why there is a need to create the user? Because whenever you want to just file the particular content, then to track the progress of your application, it is required. So unless and until you create the user, you are not able to file the application. So first step, you have to just sign up, click to the new user registration, sign up, then just fill the general information, question answer, user type is general user, choose the user ID, unique password, and just fill the captcha and just submit. So when we are just submitting the application, it will just again ask for the login. So whenever we click on the login, so I have already created my user. So while just provide the user ID and password and just captcha. So I just click on the submit. It will go inside the user login. Okay, so this is the particular user login where it will just show the different options in the left side. Okay, so e-filing of application, pending application, status of application, then detail of processing fee, checklist, workflow, upload discrepancy reply, pre-hearing document, hearing document, correspondence, upload work and document, re-upload, make repayment, pending payment, payment history, objection petition, and download certificate. So first of all, our interest is in the e-filing of application and upload work and document. Okay, so once we file the application and pay the fees successfully, then we can just click over here and upload our work. If payment is stuck, then you can just go to the pending payment and just check whether the particular payment is done or not. And if it is failed, then you can just go inside the make payment so that it will just apply for the repayment. Okay. So in case of the payment, you remember that whenever the payment get failed for any reason, then there is a 60-minute waiting period to repayment. Okay, so you have to just clear the particular status from the pending payment and again go to the make repayment after 60 minutes. Okay, so this is the particular thing. So initially, whenever we are just filing the copyright, we don't know this process. So I have just searched for that and again make the payment. Okay. So whatever the submitted application that are displayed along with the status over here and whatever the registered applications that are displayed over here. So I have just registered the here 3 applications. So through my account I have registered 3. So they are just displayed over here. Okay, and the status is registered. So whenever application is registered, it will give the ROC number. So this is the unique number which identifies uniquely your work. So it includes the number along with the year in which you have filed the application. Okay. So let's fill the application. So I just click on the e-filing of application. So just log in inside the particular page. Just click on the e-filing of application. It will just pop up this particular window. So here you have to just prepare your sign. Then if you want to do the payment through the card details. If you want to just upload the work, then whatever the PDF, JPG or not JPG, PDF or your .mpg file. So video in case of video. So that particularly you have to just be ready and just click on the click for the online copyright registration. Okay, so here it will just show the 4 steps. So first step, you have to just give the particular details related to application. Second, details related to science and so on. Third step also details related to the particular person. And last step, that is payment details. Okay, so let's file the application. So here I will just copy the particular content from this particular file and paste it. Okay, so here it will just ask for the name of the particular authors. So I have just paste the particular author names. Also, you can just paste over here also. Then again, it is asked for the address. So I have just again type that particular address. So I have just paste the address. Then I want to just enter the pin code. So I have just enter the pin code. Here also I will just enter the pin code. Here 416416. And I will just enter the phone number. So 956. So in first case, that is here, you can just file the particular person name who want to go in the file this particular application. So whatever the name of the authors. So if multiple authors are there, name should be distinguished with and. Okay, so either write full name or first name, last name, no problem. Okay, then whatever the address, then whatever the pin code, nationality by default comes, and date of dispatch means today's date. So today is 5th May, so I just select the particular date as today's date. Okay, then I just click on the save party details. Okay, so that it will available over here. So all these particular details that are displayed over here. If you want to edit the, if you feel that these particular contents are not correct, then you just simply click on the edit. You can edit that particular content. Okay. Then whatever the communication address, you can just put name, communication address, pin code, and whatever the phone number. And just click on the I accept. Okay. So whatever the first page contain only this much detail, that is details related to the particular person who is going to file the application. Okay, so name of the person, address, whatever the phone number, and dispatch date. So dispatch date means the date on which we just file the particular application. So after this, doing this, we just click on the save button. Okay, so data save successfully, redirecting to the step 2. So after saving the particular first step, it will just move towards the second step. Okay, so here this is the particular step where the details related to the applicant we have to just give. Okay, so here again we consider the same as communication address. So whatever the details we have just filled, same details, it will just replicate it over here. Then just select the category. So if you want to file the particular copyright for our own, then we just select as an individual. For business, we just select the business. Okay. For the society, we just go to the others. Okay. Then primary application location. So I just select the country as by default India. Then state Maharashtra. So because I am from the Maharashtra, so if you are having the any state, you can just select that particular state, and district in which you are just living. I just select the district as Sangli. Then I have just click on the same as communication address. So that's why it will just take the fetch details from the first page or first step. If you don't want to click, you can just simply enter the name of the particular applicant, full address, whatever the pin code, and just click over here. Okay. Then here we require the signature. So whatever the signature we have just saved, I just browse that particular signature and just click on the upload. Okay, so whenever you click on the upload, it will just view the particular signature over here. Then here some are the rules. So it must be in .jpg or .jpg format, and file size must be less than 512. So signature having the most of the less sign, so you don't worry about the restrictions. Okay, then you have to just select the nature of the applicant interest in the copyright of the work. Okay, so here you can just select author, owner, publisher, composer, producer, or artist. So what is the difference between author and owner? Owner means the particular person who have created the particular content innovative which is not existed previously. Okay. So for example, if he is just developed the one particular protocol or one particular theory, which is not at all present throughout the history of our nation. So in that particular case, he is the select as owner. But in our case, we are what we are doing? We are just creating the particular things from the present content, or we have to just restructure the content. We have just reselect the particular content. So in that particular case, we are just doing or just select as author. Okay, so we just select the author, then class of the work. So in that particular case, if you want to file the music software, computer software, then you can just select the computer software. Okay. Then if you want to just file related to music, sound recording, scenography, cinematic, cinematograph, film, artistic. So our work is related to the literary, okay, or dramatic. So just click on that particular literally dramatic. Then here you have to just display the description. So whatever the description I have just written, I simply copy and paste the particular description. Okay. Then title, I will just copy, but it doesn't take that particular title. You have to manually type that particular title. Okay. So I just type the particular title. Okay, so I have just typed that particular title. Just check it again the particular space spelling mistakes, if any, because at the latter stage we are not able to change the particular title. Then whatever the language of the your work. So basically my work is in English. So I just select the English. Okay. So I have just select the author, literally or dramatic. Then whatever the description of the work, then title of the work, and whatever the English. Okay. Then here it will just ask the name, address, nationality of the author, and if author is deceased. So deceased means what? If author is not in this particular word. Okay. So if author is expired, so in that particular case, you can just write the date of the expiry of that particular author. Else, you don't select this particular column. Okay. So here in this particular case, I can just write same as applicant. So it will automatically pop up the particular content. Okay. So whatever the author name, whatever the address, nationality, it will automatically pop. And date of this is since date of this is it will just keep as a blank. Okay. Then in the eighth part, we have to just select whether work is published or unpublished. So since we are not able to file the copyright for publish unless and until others are granted our application, so we just select the unpublished because our work is not published anywhere. That's why we are just filing the our copyright. Okay, so we just select the unpublished. Then here year, country, here you don't select anything. So these particular options are non-editable. In case of publish only it is editable. So don't worry about 9, 10, 11. Also 12, 13. Okay. Also 14. So these are the particular options which are not editable. So we can just select this 11th option only. Okay. So names and address, nationality of the owners, because we are the owners. So that's why we are just selecting as same as applicant. So other applications are not applicable. So we just, if it is unable, we just select not applicable. Here we just 12 option, we just select not applicable. Then for the 13 also, there is no option to select. For 14, not applicable. Okay. So these are the options which are, suppose if you want to transfer from one author to another author, then in that particular case, we can able to select the particular work as a publish, and we can just give the number 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Else, not applicable. Okay. So here you can just, so what are the things you want to just do over here? Select the user as the individual. Then just mark this particular checkbox so that all the communication address that are coming, just browse the particular signature. Then select the category as author, class category as a literary or dramatic. Then whatever the description of work, title, then whatever the language, then you can select the same as author for the 7th. Then you just select the unpublished. So in case of unpublished, you just have the authority to select the 11th option for the names and nationality of the owners. So here I just select same as applicant. So others options are not applicable. So we simply save that particular content. Okay, so it will just redirect to the third page. Okay, so 2 steps are we have completed successfully. Now third step, we only select the first button, that is the work to be registered is the original work. Yes, obviously we are having the original work, so we just select yes. So whenever we select yes, all the options that are disabled. Okay, so no need to select anything over here. Simply select yes in the stage number 3 and just save the particular content. Okay, so it is about to move towards the 4th step. So it will just show the pop-up window whenever you move further. Okay. So since we are just having the literary and dramatic work, we have to pay the 500. Okay. So through the e-payment. So I just click on the pay. It will just redirect to the particular payment gateway. So it will just give the internet banking charges as a 10 rupees. If you are just using the card, then 0.75. Okay. So I just click on the agree button and payment button. Okay. So these are the users detail. So you just confirm it and simply select the particular bank. So I just select the net banking. and I just select the. So these are the payment gateways. So success rate with HDFC is more. So you can just select the any bank, no problem. So I just go through the State Bank of India. Okay. I just enter the particular captcha. So EMNCL. Okay. So if you are having the debit card, you can just select the debit card option. If you are having the credit card, you can just select the credit card. If you are having the UPI, but UPI is not working properly, because I have just observed many times that UPI option is not working properly. So you can just select the net banking or debit card. So these are the payment gateways. So first window is payment gateway. Here you just select the bank, give the particular captcha, just click on the I acknowledge and just click on the payment. So 4 is remaining, so that's why it just show the error. Then it will just calculate the particular tax and all this, and just click on the confirm. So it will just simply have the particular net banking. So I will just stop the sharing for a while. I will just make the payment detail over there. Okay, so it will just ask the username and password. And whatever the OTP, it will just show. Okay, so whole payment, it will just done. So whenever you just done the particular payment, it will just display the payment receipt. Okay, so these are the particular receipt which is generated. So this is the date, whatever the diary. So whenever you just make the payment, it will just assign the diary number. Okay, so just note down that particular diary number, because whenever you don't have any particular transaction details, then, or if your transaction get failed, then diary number is very helpful for us. So just note down that particular diary number. You can get it, print that particular receipt. I will just get the receipt printed, just store in the folder. Okay, now you can again just close this particular browser, because there is no back button for the application. So you have to just close this particular browser and again reopen the copyright website. Okay, so registration for copyright. Again, I will just log in. So after payment, you have to again re-log in. Okay. So here, now you observe that it will just show the application under submitted category. Okay, so these are the particular application detail. So diary number it will just give. Then whatever the work title, then what is the class of work submitted by who is the author, then on what date, and here it will just show the work awaited status. So initially, whenever we are just seeing the particular status, so in that particular scenario, I have just given work awaited, this one. Okay, so it will just show the work awaited, that is work yet to upload. We have make the payment, we have filed the application, but still we have not uploaded the work. Okay, so whenever we are just seeing the document, it will just display the particular document related to the work. So whatever the forms which are generated and whatever the acknowledgement letter. So if you open this, okay, so I will just show what are the things. So whatever the acknowledgement slip from the particular website, it will just automatically. So our task is just to print that and get it stored. And so this is related to acknowledgement, and this is the particular form. Okay, so whichever the options we have just selected, so all that particular options that are included under this, and it will just give the whole description related to your copyright. So this particular earlier, this particular form we need to just send to the copyright office. Nowadays it is fully online, so no need to send the particular form manually. Okay, so I just save the particular copies over there. So now next part, I have to upload my work. Okay, so I have just made the payment, I have filled the application, that's it. Now I have to upload the PDF in which my work is there. Okay, so just go to the upload payment, upload work and document. Okay, so this is the red part. So upload work and document. So whenever you just go inside that, it will just show whatever the applications which are awaited the particular work. Okay, so you have to just click on the select tab. Okay, so whenever you click on the select, it will just give the directions, that is what are the things. So for artistic work, you can just have the JPG. For literally work, we are having PDF. For MP sound, we are having the MP3 and so on. Okay, so we just select the literally work to be copyrighted. So we just select this particular option. Then we just choose the file. So my file is this one. Okay, so copyright UML diagram. Okay, so I just select that particular PDF and click on the add attach. Okay, so it will just show that particular document over here. Okay, so whenever I just click on the add attach, it will just show the document attached, but it is not uploaded. So you have to just click on upload document. So I just click on the upload document. The status gets changed as no work awaited record. Okay, and whatever the uploaded document, it will just over here. Okay, so this is the particular document I have just uploaded. Okay, so Now my application status gets changed from work waited to the waiting. Okay, so for 30 days there is no idle. It is registered on the portal and it will just display inside the waiting list. Okay, so my status gets changed as a waiting. That is our second status. This one, that is waiting. So from waiting, after 30 days, it will go to the scrutiny. And if again there is a doubt, it will just assign another re-scrutiny option and go to the register. Okay. So once the application get registered, so in that particular case, it will just show the option inside the register. Okay. So these are the particular options which are shown over here. And whenever your application get approved and it will just reflected the status as registered. So within the 1 week, inside the download option, you will get the particular certificate. Okay, so no need to wait for the certificate. After 1 week, the status gets changed and you can just have the download option where you can get the certificate as well as the attached work with the particular stamp. Okay, so these are the particular stamps which are given over there. So that particular stamps, it will just show. Okay. Just, and inside the ROC, it will just have the particular certificate which is generated. So no need to go anywhere to just search for the particular work. No need to mail anybody. That's it. So all the things that are available over here under this particular option. Okay. So in this way, we can able to file the particular copyright through the copyright website. Okay, so whenever you just show the back, then whatever the submitted or registered applications that are available over here. Okay, so my status gets changed as work awaited. So this is the simple procedure for filing the particular application. Okay, so this particular procedure is no detail because there are the number of things which are very much complex. So that's why this particular session is organized where I have just filed the particular application in the live mode. Okay, so first step, you have to just go to the e-filing of application, then register that particular your details, file the payment, then go to the upload work and document, just upload your work. Okay, and just wait for now 30 days. After that, this status gets changed as a scrutiny. And after 1 month, if there is no objection, the status get registered. Okay. So in this way, in the live mode, I have just filed the particular application. So now the session is open for discussion. So you can just raise your questions. Just raise your hand. I will unmute you. No problem. Or you can type the particular questions in the chat also. Okay, one particular person say one particular participant says, please show uploaded document. Okay. So whenever you just click, so this is the submitted document, submitted form. Okay. So whenever you just see this particular document list, it will just show the particular documents which are uploaded. Okay. So here that particular documents are included. So whenever I just click on over here, it will just show whatever the documents which are submitted. Okay, or is in the diary number itself, you can just see the view list, and from that you can just show or see the particular documents. So again, I just log out and log in so that the status reflects over there. So after file payment done, you have to just search for the red option. Okay, so my status is view. So you can just view the particular, just click on the view. It will just show whatever the forms, whatever the acknowledgement letter and the work which is uploaded. Okay, so whenever I just click on this particular thing, it will just show the work which is uploaded by us. Okay, so this is the particular option which is available inside the view, documents view. Yes, anybody else? Is there any format to submit copyright in literature category? Does it require covering? Covering letter is not required at all. And format is .pdf. So you can just whatever the your creatives, you can just create in the .pdf format, and you can just file that. Yes, I will just share the PPT, no problem. After the session get finished, I will just share the PPT. I will also share the recording so that if you're stuck at any time, you can just view the video and you can just get the particular content. So after this particular session, I will just share the feedback form on the group. So where you can just write the name, whatever the name which you want to display on the particular certificate. So name, then whatever the Mr., Mrs. or Professor. Then again, I will just write the designation, department, and student name. So these are the particular things which are displayed on the certificate. And you can just rate the particular workshop, whether you like or dislike, no problem. Okay, so your valuable thoughts, valuable suggestions are welcome all the times. Okay, so I have just opened the access to the mic to all, so you can just either show your opinion. So one request to all, you can just on your camera so that we will just take one pic related to the session. So I just request to all the participants that just on your camera so that we will just take the combined picture. And I am most thankful to all the participants for joining this particular session, for registering our website workshop. So I request all the participants to join the to just enable the camera access so that we will just take one picture related to the workshop. Okay, so you can just off the camera, no problem. So now the session is open for the discussion. whatever your queries, you can unmute yourself and you can raise it your queries. No problem.
जरा आवाज बारीक कर, क्वेश्चन नहीं कर रहा.
Okay. So whatever your questions you can ask.